These days networks are becoming more sophisticated, are growing a lot, are integrating a lot of different devices and scenarios and use cases. So this means that the network at the very end has to be capable of managing all of that. In some sense, the network has to become more clever or more intelligent. So it is obvious that artificial intelligence has to be there to help managing the network from the device, from the access nodes, and from the inside the network. So it has to be intelligent everywhere. Second, the network needs to be perceptive, meaning that the perception of the environment of every position of where a terminal could be or where an element that needs connectivity could be is essential as well. Or could at least offer a very promising, very interesting amount of data to use for the optimization, for the orchestration of the network. So sensing and artificial intelligence, is, I think, the two key things that we have to develop in 6G compared to the previous generations. The rest is evolution of 5G. The one6G Association is trying to put together the conceptual developments of many different partners in the world, so companies, universities, institutions in general, also operators and manufacturers, to find a kind of consensus. So to harmonize all these ideas and to focus the 6G towards real business models and use cases, and not only our imagination of what the technology could offer, but what could offer for the real world to work. So this harmonization of concepts and a global consensus is what one6G is pretending to reach in the next months. The most active group now is robotics, because we found that there is a huge interest in developing better the robotics connectivity than the one that we have so far reached with the 5G standard. This does not mean that 5G is not working for robotics. This means that there is a lot to do still in the robotics field to integrate better these robotic devices into the network and to manage it in a proper way. But a part of robotics, there are also other fields of interest in which the development of 6G can also help a lot. Health, for instance, in general, the medical devices and the health system is not included in the standard so far. It's not in 5G. So it could be in 6G if we develop the concepts and the pieces of the standard enough to integrate really the e-health technologies into the standard and into the network. So do we have the 5G network prepared for e-health technologies and services? Probably not. And this is something that we also want to do within one6G. A part of the obvious working on the artificial intelligence, on the reconfigurable surfaces and all the stuff that these days is being discussed for the enabling technologies for the next generation. 5G will find the limits in several points. The first point is the real implementation of latency, security. Security aspects were in 5G, but not to the extent that we need, in fact. Privacy. And when we come to privacy, okay, we send data and we receive data, and this data can be, protected somehow. But we want to do a step beyond that. We want to go semantic communications. Not necessary to send exactly the bits that we have generated in one side and received at the other side, and the compress and decompress or code and decode. We want to build the semantic communications to avoid or to help first the efficiency of the connections, and second, improve the privacy and security of that connection. So this is one thing that, for instance, is never in the 5G standard. Second is sensing. Sensing is not integrated so far in the communication signals of the 5G, and will be in the next releases, of course, of 3GPP. But how do we use this sensing information? How do we integrate the sensing information captured by the communication signals into the overall system? This is something that has to be in 6G anyway. From this mobile edition, I have something good and something that could be a concern. The concern is that I have seen that robots have disappeared or almost, cars have disappeared. So there are no machines, no robots. Everything is artificial intelligence, which is nice. But what happened with the pretended industry revolution that we're supposed to do 5G? So maybe this is a very commercial thing, the Mobile World Congress. But still there are a lot to do in robots, cars, connectivity of vehicles and machines in general that is lost here. Artificial intelligence is everywhere in the Mobile World Congress, yes. And one thing that I like it very much this year is the 4 years from now pavilion. There are hundreds, not dozens, are hundreds of new enterprises, new ideas arising from very young people and not that young people that can be really pieces to make the future. No? They're really breaking through for a very promising future.